Welcome builders, Andy is Yoda here. We're going to be doing in episode 15 a prison. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell if you like these kind of videos. Hey, remember where we started? Right back here. This is where we started. Let's have a quick look at where this whole thing started. But first, a quick message from my sponsors, Instant Gaming. These guys are sponsoring my channel. It's absolutely amazing, their website. Honestly, one of the best discount websites I've ever seen. In fact, no, it's the best discount website for games. Outstanding reductions on games from Steam, Origin, Rockstar, Xbox, Uplay, whatever you want, they've got it. Great prices, Instant Gaming. Check out the link in the down below. Well, back to reminiscing. Back to a quick montage of where we've come so far in 14 episodes. We added the river at the back. That was going to become a lake eventually. Oh yes, we added the quarry as well, somewhere to get all the stone, and then of course somewhere to process the stone. That was a stonemasons, also adding a sawmill, a blacksmith, a butcher's as well. Then we upgraded the walls as well. Remember these huge walls that went around the outside of the build? We added a canal at some point. Yes, we flooded the back of the place and added this, whoa, that's fast camera work. Added that kind of fishing village or fishing town at the back of the place, increased the size of the lake and smoothed off an area for a furnace and for the dock eventually. But before the dock, we built this barracks as well. I say we, I mean, I built it, but I'm using your ideas. So all your ideas in the comments are what fuels the next episode. For example, we're building a prison in this episode, and that's been one of the top suggestions for the island. That was the dock. Remember the dock? Kind of a storage unit, accommodation, processing point for all the goods arriving by the dock. But still don't have any ships. We've got to add some ships maybe in the next episode. Oh yes, remember this Area A? We couldn't decide what to put in Area A for ages, but then it's eventually going to become the town hall. So that was quite a complicated roofing exercise on that town hall, but very enjoyable indeed. And then it was the turn of the cathedral, coming from my 7 upgrades to churches video. So we built the cathedral kind of episode by episode, bit by bit. We had a new lake, a new river. I'm getting a bit dizzy, I don't know about you guys. And then we've got the island right there. So we're going to be building on that island. And then we went on to the castle. And the castle build was pretty quick, but we're still upgrading the castle. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit more of the castle today. Then an amphitheatre. Amphitheatre was a good build. It adds quite a lot of atmosphere to a kingdom, I think. Really enjoyable build indeed. Quite complicated build though. I'm quite glad it's done. I don't have to do that again. That was really difficult. Oh yes, then the library popped into place. An upgrade to our library coming from my upgrades video. Okay, well as you can see, we are now upgrading the castle. Adding on another tower here, and then there's a kind of a big space there. I call it maybe an esplanade, but we're going to just occupy a bit of that space. The esplanade is kind of the area, the courtyard in front of the main entrance to the castle, but we're going to just be pulling the sort of gable end out, the apex part of this roof out, and just building up the walls and just creating a bit more space. Maybe that would be a good place for a great hall right inside the castle. Sometimes I record this on Twitch. Do follow me on twitch.tv, or just search for Andy is Yoda on twitch.tv. Okay, so we've got some nice upgrades to the castle. We'll come back, you know, maybe a drawbridge would be a good thing to add to the castle, but now it's time for the prison, what you've probably been waiting the whole video for. This is the prison. So one of the suggestions in one of the live streams I was doing, I think it was a Twitch live stream, was to make a circular castle. So this is, sorry, a circular prison. So we've started off with some stone bricks, making a nice 5 thick circle. And then on the side, on all 4 corners of this circle, we're going to have kind of guard towers or watch towers to look after the prisoners. So all the prisoners are going to be kept inside the circle with absolutely no way of getting out of these walls, apart from if a rope ladder was lowered down to let them out of the walls. So very secure prison. The only way out would be to tunnel their way out. Maybe I should have put a stone floor. I didn't think about making it tunnel proof. Adding the water back in, adding the 4 towers on each side, making sure the flags are in place. We can start to build the interior of the prison. So I'm just making some really newbie, simple, cheap, horrible accommodation. This is going to be some dormitories. So I actually managed to fit about nine or 12 beds in there. Just put some bunk beds. If we ever do a little walk through at the end of this video, we'll walk into one of these prison beds, prison dormitories, and we'll show you how cramped it is. In the corners, I'm going to add some kind of workshops, because obviously you're going to put your prisoners to work making things for your kingdom, making some clothes or tunics or something. So yeah, we're going to have workshops in the corner. I'm going to kind of leave the middle part open as well. I guess, I don't know how they get their food. Maybe we just lower their food down in baskets, or throw it over the wall. Yeah, there you go. Throw some bananas into the prisoners, or some cans of tuna. They're not going to have cans of tuna, Andy. It's a kingdom from a long time ago, from Mojang Land, long time ago. Can't believe Minecraft is 10 years old. Unbelievable. So there we go. We'll add some trees, and that is our prison. What do you think? Let me know if there's anything I should add to the prison. It's on a separate island. I probably would add a little dock, because obviously the only way to get to the prison would be by boat across the river. Adding a little detail into the center of our town, adding some more stacked up stones there for the quarry, a few more of these little teeny tiny 13 by 13 houses, cheap seats if you like, nestling in amongst the amphitheatre and the cathedral. Some really cheap accommodation going in just there as well. And then on the other side of the cathedral, I'm going to add in a few more trees, a few paths, and a lot of you have been asking for a graveyard. So I'm not going to do all the graves at once. That doesn't seem to make sense. I'm just going to do a few graves each episode. So there we go. Just some slabs in the ground to represent the graves. A couple of paths zipping around the cathedral. And I'll just come in and add a few bits of bone meal to represent the grass not being cut properly in the cathedral grounds. And yeah, that's a simple job. Right, we had these 3 shop areas. So right here, this is going to be an armor shop, somewhere where you would come and buy all your armor. Obviously, that's what an armor shop is, or an armor store. So simple little tower in the corner. Got a brick roof. It's kind of joining onto the main tower and walls as well, which I quite like. I quite like integrating some of the houses and builds into the main walls of the kingdom. So finishing off the tower with polished andesite and diorite, and as I said, some nice brick for the roof. Probably going to move that tower top up a little bit, a tiny touch cramped, though it doesn't look too bad actually. So there we go. And then we'll take the camera down and inside the armor shop. Super simple, I'm not putting a huge amount of detail on the inside of this build, but suffice to say, we've got some nice tables out the front here with some armor stands on as well. I would like to be able to summon armor stands. Maybe if I ever move this kingdom to Minecraft 1.14, I'll be able to summon some armor stands that have some arms, and then I could put down some swords and things, especially things like using invisible armor stands, which is not possible on the Builder's Refuge server, which I'm building this on right now. Okay, so this next shop or store is going to be the Fletchers, somewhere where you would make the arrows and the bows. So a nice big construction, nice big house with a workshop underneath and accommodation on top. The front part here, which I've kind of boarded up with Trapdoris Maximus, trapdoors, is going to be like a testing area for the bows. So we'll hopefully move the camera down a little bit now, and you'll be able to see kind of that corridor on the bottom left hand side, and that's where you would test out the bows and arrows and decide which ones you would like to build. So again, a really simple build, not too much detail on the upstairs. I do add a bit of detail on the inside, which I'll show you a little bit later on in kind of a walkthrough part of this episode. But out the front, I'm just going to add a few columns and a few bows and a few arrows, so you could choose which ones you wanted to buy in the Fletchers. On the left hand side, see the cyan wool? There's another place for a shop. What shop should go in there? I'm not going to do that shop in this episode, but to kind of finish off today, we're going to expand. We've kind of filled up our entire city, so we need to expand. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I guess this is definitely cheating, but I'm going to use a bit of World Edit here, which is the plugin I'm using on a Java PC Edition server. I'm filming in Sildar shaders with the Faithful texture pack, and I'm going to be moving this wall with some World Edit. So this is going to leave some big spaces inside our town. What builds do I still have not put into our kingdom? Even if it's a suggestion which you have suggested 14 times, hit me up in the comments. I'm going to look really carefully at the comments this time and see what we should put into 3 neat areas, which I'm going to call from left to right. We're going to call area A closest to the cathedral, area B in the middle, and area C on the right hand side. You're going to see those areas kind of take shape in front of your eyes in just a few seconds time. So we've got area A, area B, and area C. Obviously we could add more housing. Maybe a jousting area is quite a good idea. What sort of things are still missing? Maybe some sort of medical area or hospital is a good idea as well. So there you go. Can you see the three areas, the three patches of grass? A, B, and C. Okay, let's click now down into first person mode and see what we've been doing. First of all, we can start with the prison. So yeah, I haven't added too much detail to this. Really, the dormitories are very, very simple indeed. A little bit cramped, as you might expect. And then you've got the workshops over here where you could be doing some jobs for the prison. So yeah, and more detail, another kind of round of detail needed to be added to the prison, but it's a good start. Anyway, what else have we done in this episode? A little bit of an upgrade to the castle. Do you think we should put anything on top of here? Maybe some sort of catapult, ballista, trebuchet should maybe go on top of here. But we've got a nice connection now. You know, in order to get into this town, you need to be able to come along up through that tower, along there, and into the castle. So there is the castle wall, looking kind of splendid. Or is it? It's looking a little bit weird at this corner. I think maybe I need to add a bit of a tower at that corner. Maybe one of those towers need to go with those corners there. That doesn't look... Yeah, I need a tower right there at that corner. Anyway, we'll do that in the next episode. There's the library, looking pretty cool. I'm not sure if I showed you inside the library in the last episode. If I didn't, then here we are inside the library. This is from my 5 upgrades to a library video. Do check out that playlist in the down below, the upgrades playlist. Okay, and then over here we made the armor store, the armor shop. What do you think of this? Pretty cool. Again, I kept it very, very simple on the inside. Very simple indeed. Virtually nothing. We have a storeroom at the back, you know, and I haven't put anything in the storeroom, but we've got kind of a storeroom at the back, as you can see. Anyway, that is the armor store. And around here is the fletching. The Fletchers, the armor maker, the bow maker, and the arrow maker. So this could be a workshop here. This is maybe where you would test out the bows and fire them in there like that. And then simply on the inside, I just went for a smidgen of detail. We've got an anvil, we've got some wood, we've got some stores, we've got a nice big workbench as well. And you can look through the people firing your arrows. And then over here, we've got a few more houses. So I've put house, very cheap house. Oh, something's happened to a tree. Obviously I need to fix that as well. And then we've got the graveyard here, which is not quite in the dead center, but I hope you don't mind about that. This tree has got a bit of a nasty trim to it, so we need to change that. So here we have an expansion. So this tree as well needs a bit of help as well. So there's a few tiny details to fix. What I might be doing is some nice streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/AndyIsYoda. Follow me on Twitch, please, because I'm going to be doing some Twitch streams where I just go around, walking around the town, adding detail. Bushes, trees, fixing little things like awkward flat trees. But anyway, here are our areas, A, B, and C. What do you think we should add to these areas here? And I'm thinking also, we can expand the kingdom in this direction. Look at this beautiful piece of land here. We could have maybe a drawbridge across there so you can reach that part of the kingdom and then have this part of the kingdom. Seems like a separate bit of kingdom. What would we have here in the separate bit of kingdom? And should we use this bit of land here as well? I need more ideas. Keep me fed with ideas and we'll keep expanding this kingdom. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Do check out the link to Instant Gaming if you want quality discounts on gaming. Check out that link to Instant Gaming in the description and you'll be helping my channel out as well. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for all your ideas. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao, and the blocks be with you.